Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Meet Praneeth. In today's video, we are going to discuss a little bit more about EB-1. So today, the topic is very interesting. And the topic is that what happens if I don't have an academic profile? Can I still file EB-1? So there could be a lot of examples for this. Let's say you are a civil engineer. Let's say you are a software developer. Or let's say you are an IT engineer and you have loads and loads of experience, but you do not have academic research papers, citations, and all those most required things about EB-1. Can you still apply? Can you still target EB-1? So let's discuss this in today's video, and I hope you'll find today's video very informative. So let's start the topic. A lot of people reach out to me and they ask me that, well, Praneeth, we have a lot of experience, but I do not have those papers, research papers, citations and stuff. So can I still apply for EB-1? And a lot of those people, when they go out and reach to attorneys generally tell them the conventional way of applying things, which is research papers, citations and whatnot. But is there a possibility of applying EB-1 without these academic achievements? Now let's see and let's target those criteria. Let's understand those criteria today and see if you can still file EB-1A without academic profile. Now the first thing is, one thing that you have to make sure is you have to do your research. I've made a lot of videos in EB-1 and I'll put the link in the description. Please check those videos out. Make sure you understand what criteria uscis has set for EB-1A, EB-1B, and EB-1C. Some of the most important criteria are, for example, membership in professional societies. The second could be peer review, where you judge the work of others. The third could be, let's say, a published article about you or your work. Fourth could be any written material about the work that you have done by you. That could be in a book format or a research paper. Then the other ones could be a critical role in an organization where you are basically making decisions which can basically impact how company's growth and different things across the company or across the organization happens. The other one could be a high salary, which is very difficult to prove sometimes. And then there could be, let's say, if you have some medal or let's say some award. Now, we will discuss the ones which basically can help people who are not from academic profile. The first one that I think all of us can target based on our experience is membership in professional organizations or societies. Let's start with IEEE. Now, IEEE is a very known and very well-organized society. And if you're from the engineering field, you can definitely apply to be a member in that society. Now, uscis says that you should not be a paid member. That means you should be basically invited by the society based on your achievements and your work to be a member. So what you can do is you can contact senior members or members of the society, tell them about your work, send them your CV and ask them to review it and see if you are eligible to be a member. And this is just one example. There could be other societies which can accept you solely based on your achievements, your experience and stuff. The second could be peer review. Now, peer review, generally people think that peer review means that you go and you judge the work of, let's say, judge the publication that's being written in the field of your expertise and you give your comments, and that's how peer review is done. However, you can also think of peer review as, let's say you're a manager or let's say you're a team lead, and whatever work the team does is reviewed by you before it goes to production scale or goes to your client, right? So think about that. If you are in that role, or if you are a person who reviews the work of others or code of others or whatever the work is, it could be counted as peer review. Now you have to talk to the attorney, make sure the attorney understands and make sure the attorney is okay to accept that. But I think that could also be taken into account as peer review. Now the third one could be books or chapters. Let's say you are a very experienced seasonal professional in software development and you have been in this field for, let's say, 10 years or so. Now you have gained enough expertise in different niche, right? It could be a cloud architecture, it could be cloud security, it could be IT security, it could be coding apps, whatnot. There are definitely publishers out there in different parts of the world where you can talk to them and tell them that, well, this is your expertise, this is your niche, and you're happy to contribute a chapter for their book if they are publishing one. You have to do a research. So EB-1 generally requires a lot of research, a lot of work, a lot of hard work to come up to that point and tell USCIS that, well, I have that extraordinary ability. So it takes time. So, but the idea is that you have to research about these criteria, see how you can fit into those criteria. Now, you can also write conference papers, but they have to be peer reviewed by someone before they're accepted. Or you can also think about going back to your professors that's in your master's and tell them that, well, though it's been a long time, but you have gained enough expertise and you would be willing or happy to write a paper and help the professor in their papers or research by contribution. And that could be another way to publish some work. Now, the other thing that you can do is get recommendation letters. Let's say you're working in a client-faced company and your work is very pivotal in whatever you do. Now, you can request your clients to write a letter if it's something that they can write a few things about, let's say, what your work is, what your role is, and how impactful that role is, how impactful the product is for the client. Or it could be, let's say, a company-wide letters where people, higher ups, can write a letter about your pivotal role and with how important your role is. Those could be, again, some letters that you can take and prove as evidence that your work is very important in the field of your expertise. Now, the other thing that people target is critical role. Now, critical role is very easy to explain. For example, if you're in a position where you can take decisions, which can basically help with the growth of the company, or that could be managerial decisions, that could be executive decisions. I think probably there should be executive decisions. So if you are in that category, you can definitely provide evidence for that particular criteria. Now, some people also target high salary. I'm not sure how USCIS checks for that, but definitely what you can do is you can search for different websites and see what kind of information is available for the salary and how your salary compares to those median ranges. If you really have a number which you get a number which is way, way higher, probably then you can provide that as evidence to USCIS. Now, the idea is, so in lump sum, the idea is that you have to thoroughly research these criteria, talk to different peoples. Feel free to reach out to me. I'm very happy to schedule a call, discuss this further with you, or reach out to people in your domain, in your area of expertise, and ask them, have they filed EB-1? If yes, how they filed it, what were the criteria they went after, and how you can improve your profile without just waiting for other categories to become current. So it's a lot of work, but if you are able to, let's say, keep 2 hours aside a week and just work for, let's say, 10 weeks straight, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to find certain criteria where you would fit well. Now, one question another question that comes in front of us is, well, you have all the evidence, you have the criteria. Let's say you found out all the 3 criteria that you can target, but the lawyer says, or the attorney says, well, these criteria would not be able to take you to EB-1. Then the idea is, try researching, try talking to more attorneys. I'm pretty sure there would be some attorneys who are able to look into those criteria, further research them, and tell that, well, if they are listed by USCIS, they might be used to prove that you have that extraordinary ability. So the idea is, I hope this video is useful for you. The whole aim of this video is to make sure that you understand what criteria are there. And that would only happen when you'll go watch the videos by different people who are posting those kind of videos. You can go and watch my video, or you can just go to the USCIS webpage and research each criteria. If there are words which are confusing, Google them, find out what it's trying to say, and then see what evidence you have that you can use to support. And there could be definitely some criteria which you think that, well, if I take 6 months, I can have evidence for this criteria. Sometimes what also happens is, let's say you have a product that you worked on, and that product got a lot of limelight in the news, in the blogs, but you never cared about it because it was not required at this moment. But if you go back, research for those products where you were integral part, see any blogs, media articles were written, take them all out, print them. That is all evidence. So I hope this video is useful. I hope you get an understanding that without academic profile, you can still try and see which criteria you fit. It might happen that there are only 2 criteria you fit and there is a third one which you are not able to fit. That's completely fine. But without trying, without putting in the hard work, we will never get to know. So I hope you will, after watching this video, you get motivated, you look into those criteria and try to see which are the ones you can target. And feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn, just say hi. I would be very happy to schedule a call, and I hope we will basically help each other in getting the EB-1, at least trying for EB-1. With that, I hope you found this video very useful. I will see you in the next video very soon, and there's a new series of interview coming soon. So I hope you will like that, and please feel free to reach out to me. Please let me know in the comments what are the other topics you want me to cover. What are the questions you have regarding EB-1? I will be very happy to chat with you and help you with that. So have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you in the next video very soon.